Today, trainers, we're gonna have a weird meta team around Dedenne. Hello, trainers! I'm Ganeto, and today we have the backline with Sableye as the safe switch, Diggersby as the kinda closer Pokemon, and Dedenne up in the lead. This Pokemon is one that you should not misunderstand by any means, because this little like Pikachu thing, it's kinda Pikachu. It is gonna be super good in the Open Great League because of the fact that it has a unique typing of part electric and part fairy. Discharge is gonna do a lot of work against the matchup with Bastiodon. You can win if you shield once, and you can see that against this Bastiodon we also have some HP left, so whatever they bring in they might have to throw a move. However, that Pokemon that comes in is gonna be a Sableye, so we are not able to reach to another discharge, and we're just gonna go in now with Diggersby. What I love about Diggersby is that it can win a lot of ghost matchups. Kofagragus, you got it. Sableye, you still got it. Against Revenant, you can still win with straight fire punches, which is really great. And now we're gonna go into the Sableye against the Medicham, and you know how good this matchup is gonna be for the Sableye, since we absolutely wall down any fighter, and especially one that is part psychic, taking super effective damage from our fast attacks. This foul play is gonna do fatal damage, so my opponent here decides to block, and I'm like, okay, let's block as well. This might be a psychic which is powered up, so we're gonna get a lot of damage, but in the end we are just gonna farm down because that can be only another power punch. It is gonna do a lot of damage, and now Diggersby will come in. We have to come in with Diggersby. I do not want to risk getting farmed down with my Sableye. Down goes that thing, and now we have to play it smart. Let's go now with Earthquake. I'm pretty sure they cannot reach to a double foul play before we reach to that fire punch. My opponent plays it absolutely amazing here, farming at the point that they can win the CMP, but we are super close to another one, and down they freaking go, and we're gonna take the first victory for the video. At this point, trainers, I want to thank you all for being such a huge support to the channel. Be sure to leave a like before you go, and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, because I'm doing a lot of best 5 teams for any rotation, and of course I'm gonna do a lot of showcases in between, like this Dedenne video we're doing today. Let's go now with that return on the Medicham. You know that this matchup is absolutely dominated by our Sableye, and now let's see what they come in with. Okay, the Stunfisk, and we had a very bad lead against the Stunfisk with our electric type. Nidoku and Stunfisk are gonna be your worst lead scenarios when using your Dedenne up in the lead, but the backline can really help with that. You can see that Sableye really feels the safe sweet spot really nice, and of course Diggersby can finish off in the end game that Stunfisk with ease. Of course, something like a Nidoku will also get destroyed by a simple earthquake, so that's another factor that you should take note of. So my opponent here decides to go for the Toxic Rock switch in, and that's absolutely amazing because now I can bring in my Dedenne and do a lot of solid work with my play roughs, but my opponent here outspeeds. They can win the CMP tie, and they're gonna hit us with the Mud Bomb. However, we can reach on the last second to remove the discharge, and they're gonna take a lot of damage, so at this point we can absolutely farm down after we tank this move. I'm just gonna shield just once because some players tend to bring into play a Toxic Rock with Dynamic Punch, so that will not happen on this one, and we're gonna win eventually. Next one, and we're facing an Umbreon up in the lead. Not the best, but it's absolutely winnable for our Dedenne because overall we can just go straight player off and win this matchup, dominating with our Dedenne with ease. So in the switch in, they bring a Nidoqueen, so by shielding once, this can be an earth power, and it is really good block here. We can absolutely farm down, and now let's see what they decide to bring. Okay, here comes the Umbreon, and that makes sense to be honest, because right now the Umbreon can only have play against my Sableye, but guess what, trainers, we're gonna go with the return damage, and now we have to take one foul play. We can survive, and if they go for the farm down, which will be a mistake, we can still reach to another return, and this will happen, trainers. This is huge, and my opponent now has to block, but guess what? Boom! Down they freaking go, and another victory will be for us because this Beedrill absolutely stands no chance against our Diggersby. Even if we have that disadvantage, you can see that Diggersby is absolutely dominating certain matchups. So next turn we're facing a very good lead against the water type Walrein, which is a pretty common lead nowadays, and my opponent will bring that Revenant into play. We have a very good counter to that Pokemon, the Sableye, but we have to play accordingly because they can still win if they can land that Shadow Ball, or after a little bit of getting troubled with those Shadow Claws, they can just finish me off with a pure Seed Bomb. So down they go, really good play here by my Sableye, and we're just gonna wait to see what they have at the back. Okay, they're just gonna return with the Walrein, which makes sense to be honest, and now we're just gonna hit them with foul plays back to back because we have a lot of energy farmed up from that Revenant matchup. Are they gonna take this? No, they are not, so they're committing themselves to the farm down, but they do an amazing work here because they are not gonna farm down, just gonna go with the Icicle Spear. We were already at the point that we could reach that foul play, so yeah, they were counting the moves for sure. They're gonna throw, so down we go, but eventually we're gonna take the win because at the back they have a Medicham, no, we have the Diggersby, and I make the switch just to make some cheap damage because I know from the bottom of my heart that this Dedenne can absolutely dominate the fighting types because of the fact that we're part fairy and we also have access to the nuke move Play Rough. So here comes now the move again, we're just gonna go down, we do not care at all, and yeah, with the Ice Punch it's all good, and we're just gonna reach now a Play Rough to finish off the match, and another victory will be for this little like Pikachu thing, super cute. Down they go, the victory is easy with this team. I'm really recommending this team for you trainers because the Dedenne is absolutely amazing in the Open Great League right now. Next one, we're facing another electric type. One factor that this Dedenne can definitely work upon is gonna be the Galvantula matchup. You can still win with straight Play Rough, so your opponent, even if they debuff you, they're gonna be in a trouble position because they need to seal twice to finish you off, most probably. So here comes the launch, you can see that we do not seal at all and we can still go for another Play Rough to hit with massive damage this spider. We were double debuffed and we still did a lot of damage, about 70%, so absolutely a nuke move against the Galvantula if you have that matchup towards your end. So we're just gonna go in now with our Diggersby. I do not want to get more debuffed, so I'm just gonna throw here, and I might need that HP for the end game. They have a Swampert, oh, a Whiskas, not a Swampert. I saw that groundwater typing and I was like, okay, it's a Swampert, but it is gonna be the Whiskas, so we have to stay now with our Sableye against this Registeel. Hopefully we're gonna take the shields out. Here comes the Zap Cannon, and we're gonna be in a better position overall because without shields we can absolutely nuke down with an Earthquake even that whole HP that Whiskas has. Okay, here comes now another move from our end, so this will pressure definitely a shield. Okay, and the Registeel now will throw. Are we gonna block this? Of course we are. We want to maintain that HP that we have. They need to throw a Blizzard to finish us off to both of our Pokemon. This is not gonna happen, right? Let's go with the Earthquake, gonna do massive damage, and we're just gonna go for another Earthquake because we know we can, otherwise they're just gonna go for the overfarm and they're just gonna lose. So here comes the Blizzard, down we go, okay, and they're just one foul play away. They know that, so they're just gonna concede the match. Anyways, next one, and we're facing an Azumarill Lead with our little cute Dedenne. Let's go straight discharge and let's win this dominating for us matchup because we can absolutely tank one Play Rough or one Ice Beam with this. If they go for the Hydro Pump, yeah, things are gonna change, but that was not Hydro Pump at all. So we're just gonna take this one and we're gonna go for the Overfarm right on the point that we have a double discharge ready to go, because if they seal we can still go for another one to finish them off. However, they decide to go with their Azumarill and we're just gonna switch out immediately to the Sableye. They have an interesting pick, the Shadow Cantonian Ninetales, a really interesting pick for the Open Great League because this Pokemon loses to a lot of Pokemon actually, doesn't have quite the coverage, but against certain matchups, especially something like a Skarmory, it can win it with this. So my opponent will snipe me down with their Sableye and we have to play it smart here. We have some energy on our Dedenne, right? Are we having energy? I think we have one discharge ready to go. Yes, we have, because we did the overfarm on the Azu before we land that second discharge. So we're just gonna go with the Fire Punch bait here. I'm expecting a shield to be honest, but my opponent is absolutely amazing, going not for the shield. This was the key. So we're just gonna go now for another move, and no shield again. They are playing it like Faker in League of Legends. So Faker, what was that? Stuff like that. Anyways, for the real fans only. So let's go for the Fire Punch, and they make an amazing catch on their Cantonia Ninetales, and they have little HP left. So we should be able to wrap this up, but my opponent absolutely played this horrific for them. They do not have quite what it takes because of the matchup scenario and the Shadow Claw being resisted by a lot, because we're part normal and we resist the ghost type moves a lot actually. So really well played to them, props to them, they absolutely played it as better as they could. But we have the last second discharge coming in, and we're gonna go with back-to-back moves, finishing off the Sableye. Really well played to my opponent. Next one, and we are facing up in the lead the Stunfisk, another horrible lead, another Stunfisk up in the lead, but we have the team that can actually go pretty well against anything. Let's watch together how we are gonna do that. So let's go now with the foul play, gonna do a lot of damage to their shield. So we're just gonna shield as well, and we're gonna hope for the best here, because we should be able to win this since we were the first to switch in. They were pretty fast on the switch in, but I think we are 1 or 2 Shadow Claws ahead. So yeah, you can see that reaching that yellow mark was the key here to watch who is up on the front. So we're gonna keep the shield at the same time, we're gonna take them out, so that's really good for us. And now they're just gonna hit us with a move. Hopefully that's a rock slide and we can survive it. No, we cannot survive it, okay. So down we go. But we have now the Diggersby on the Stunfisk and the shield up, so they have the ass at the back, and the Dedenne will come in to wrap this game up. You're gonna see that the Dedenne not only is gonna win all those flyers, not only is gonna win all those fighters, but against Azu, a critical matchup for the Dedenne, you are just gonna dominate it. Look at that, here comes the Ice Beam, we can tank it with this and still go for back to back. How many back to back discharges you want to finish off this thing? So they're just gonna come in now with the Stunfisk. Let's finish them off with a player up. I do not have something to worry about because we have a whole earthquake ready to go, as you can see here from my Diggersby, and this is gonna be it for this matchup. So let's focus now to the next one, because the next one I think is gonna be pretty interesting against a Skuntank the lead. Yes, here it is. So this whole team really struggles against Skuntank. Okay, Diggersby not so much, but I cannot show my Diggersby as a safe switch yet, because a lot of counters for Diggersby exist in the current meta. We need to land this Pokemon on the certain matchup that we need to have this team succeed even more. Let's go now with a double bait on this Stunfisk, or at least on this Skuntank, or at least that's the plan, and we have to block twice for this to succeed. So we're gonna go now for the foul play, and we have stalled a lot, so my opponent will go for the switch, which was not expected at all, to be honest. And now we're gonna bring our Dedenne, keeping all that return energy that we have on our Sableye to finish off on the last second that Skuntank. So we're gonna go for the player to finish off the matchup. Really good work here from my Dedenne. They're gonna farm us down, but it's all good because now my Sableye can come in, finish off with this with a simple return. Now let's see what they have at the freaking back, because I'm getting a little bit of pumped up, and they have a Trevenant. Can we do it? Of course we can. At the last second, as you can see, my Sableye is close to 100%, so that slight excel that I have spent on my Sableye, about 40 overall, I think, that was the key to win this match, because overall, if they could farm us down, I don't think that my Diggersby could have the upper hand on that matchup. I don't know, that would be super close in the end. So yeah, that little excel really worked on my Sableye. Having that 100%, just use your excels and you're still gonna be in a very good way. So Galvantula here against my Diggersby, absolutely a very good one for my Pokemon. I'm trying to go here for the Fire Punch, but I lag a bit and I have an FPS drop, so we're just gonna go for the CMP, so I will just undercharge. Hopefully we can go now for the farm down. Yes, we can, awesome. We farmed about 3 Mudshot, so nothing happened there from that CMP. Let's go now with the Earthquake, gonna do not a lot of damage, but this Playraf will finish this Medicham off, so they have to block in the end. They do not know that we have one Sableye waiting for that Medicham. So I'm just gonna go here and let that Power Punch go. I was pretty sure that was gonna be a Power Punch, not a Psychic at least, perhaps an Ice Punch, but we can reach now to the Playraf. Gonna take out their second shield. They're just hoping that we have a Steel type at the back, but guess what, trainers? We got the Sableye with a smile up on our face, and we're just gonna take the moves. Gonna farm down all that energy. They know that they're just gonna get out of there. And another victory is gonna be for the Dedenne team, and a very good lead for the final one, trainers. Let's go with the Jellicent Lead, and Dedenne absolutely dominates this one as well. Discharge is gonna take the shield, and we're just gonna go for another run as soon as we can. I'm thinking about blocking here. The last second I blocked, thank goodness I did, because that was on the 6th hex, and I was like, this might be a bait. They are over farming, but that was not a bait at all. So here comes now my discharge. Hopefully they're gonna take it, and down they go. Yes, awesome. I did not want to spend another shield, to be honest. And now Red Steel will come in, and that's another good thing for the team. You can go pretty well against Red Steel because you resist now everything that this Pokemon will throw. If they run Flash Cannon, okay, you're just gonna get destroyed. But with Focus Blast and Zap Cannon, you still have a chance. I'm just gonna go with a weird switch in here, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not sure why I did that, but we're gonna catch the Zap Cannon on our Sableye. That was not good overall. Perhaps I was thinking that they were gonna go for the Focus Blast, but that was a bad plan. So here comes now the Flame Charge, trying to go for the Discharge. We barely can go for that move, so they're gonna use their last shield, and now I have to put all my faith on my Diggersby to finish off the job. So I'm just gonna go for the Overfarm. I'm not sure, just gonna take the move here because I know that I can survive a Brave Bird, and with Lock-ons on my Pokemon, I'm pretty sure I can take this win, right? This is gonna be super close one, no matter what. So now they have their debuff cleared, so we're just gonna go for the Fire Punch, keeping that shield. I don't know why they threw, I don't know, to be honest, I have no clue. So now we're just gonna go with one extra match shot, locking this win with the final Fire Punch, and another close victory will be for our team. That's all, trainers. Thank you for watching, thank you for staying till the end. I hope you had a fantastic time watching this video, because I did. Dedenne is amazing. Be sure to leave a like before you go, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, everyone.